I am a proud partner of Car Marshal. If you are interested in a new or used car, please check out Car Marshal. Click on the link in my description box below. No credit check, no cosigner. That's Car Marshal.
I went to the people who were recruiting, and I asked them, could I get on? And after a series of, I guess, investigations about who you were, who your family was, where you lived at, how were you as a youngster, then they accepted me. And
you were
as a
asked to do?
consequence, I was courted on physically first.
Okay.
Courted on.
Meaning beat up?
Yeah, well, if
I mean,
in my
for
case,
those
I
who
got
don't know
beat up.
what
I was
courted on
11. In
means,
my case, yeah,
okay.
but you have to try to fight back because that's a test you have to go through to see if you can handle yourself physically. You know, and so sometimes it's 3 or 4 guys on one dude, or 3 or 4 women on one girl.
Did you have to kill anyone?
I don't know if no one died or not. I know I had to put in work. But
still at military. I'm still
Right.
on
So military means you had weapons. You had a weapon.
gangs, you got to understand that street organizations are military units, period.
Well, let me ask you, what always amazed me is how youth can kill other youth. And do you think it's attributed to the fact that when you're young like that, you really sometimes don't understand and appreciate the value of life?
Yes, but too, you're right. But this particular country and this culture puts so little value on our lives that we begin to devalue our lives. And so it's nothing for me to kill you because I don't care about me. It's an old story about how natives would put a blade into the ice, and the wolf would come and he would lick the blade, right? They would put blood on the blade and he would lick the blade. He would cut his tongue and continue to lick the blade until he bled to death. But he thought he was eating something, but he was licking the blood. Do you blame the wolf for trying to eat? Or do you blame the person that put the knife in the ice? A lot of times, our community as a whole is sick. The community as a whole is sick. And so the sick society produces abnormalities. And street organizations, gangs, are those abnormalities. And so when we go out and shoot another brother or sister or an innocent, it's the hate we got in us.
The success of the book Monster reached heights that Sanyika never imagined. Sanyika told the story of what goes on in South Central, and he became a bestseller. While in prison, initially, he received about $200,000 for the book deal. At first, no publisher wanted to deal with him. But after reading about 20 minutes of the book, he was made an offer. He later received close to $1 million for the book deal. And the book made him a hood celebrity. The book Monster was everywhere. Sanyika Shakur even began writing a screenplay for his book. Sanyika had been trying to get the movie going, but every time he gains momentum, he winds up back in prison.
The CBS News 8 manhunt for Kody DeJohn Scott, wanted for violating terms of his parole, considered a parolee at large. His criminal history includes assault with a deadly weapon, carjacking, and robbery. He's 52 years old, 5'9", 205 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes, known to frequent Oceanside, but is considered transient. For more details, go to CBS8.com and hit our Crime Fighters page. Or
Monster may be one of the most explicit books that you will ever read. But Monster tells a real story, and you can learn many lessons from this book, Monster. The story of one man's painful spiritual journey from violence towards transcendence.
You don't have most of the usual excuses. You didn't grow up in the projects. You had a very strong mother. Your biological father is
absent.
an NFL football player.
But yeah, I hear you.
Your godfather's Ray Charles.
Yeah. But while my mother's at work being a working class woman, while my father was on the football field, while Ray was in the recording studio, I was in the street. You know what I mean? I was being influenced by social forces that they couldn't even touch, couldn't even understand. And my mother couldn't protect me from that. Ray couldn't come get me all the time. And Dick never came. But, you know what I mean? So,
Do you resent that?
to a great extent, no doubt about it, I hate him. You know what I mean? I hate him because I think about what I could have been, you know? And I can't dig that, man. Running out on your kids, you know? You know, father thing, man. But that's just heavy to me now, you know? That's just heavy.
Would it have made a difference, do you think?
Yeah, because I wouldn't have to go to the street to find the street people, you know? To find, you know, people in the street, you know?
He says he's put that life behind him. He's adopted the African name Sanyika Shakur, unifier of people, and now, through his writing, wants to help put an end to gang violence.
I like the pen better than the weapon, actually, now, because I know I can reach more people. And I'm not into destruction for destruction's sake.
Monster is an incredible, often brutal look at one man's rise from childhood to ghetto star, killer to revolutionary black activist.
At one point in 1989, they said I had written a letter with revolutionary overtones. And that landed me in Ad Seg and Soledad. I was there on a violation. And that point landed me in Ad Seg. When I got to Ad Seg, they had a situation, a group of people there called CAC, Criminal Activities Coordinator, which is IGI. And they went through their investigation. They said in 1988, I was observed exercising in military fashion with known revolutionaries in Folsom Prison. And then in 1987, they said while in San Quentin, I received some writings of Comrade George Jackson that someone had sent me through the mails. I never got, they intercepted, and never said they intercepted them, nor did they say they had taken pictures of me and these revolutionaries exercising in Folsom in 88. Well, in 89, when I came back, and they had started the new Pelican Bay validation program, I already had 2 points. So when they said I had written a letter with revolutionary overtones in 89, that was my third and final point. That, in effect, gave me life in the hole. Along that, had we earned our way into this hole, had I stabbed or knocked down a couple pigs, you know what I mean? Or had I corrected a rapist or corrected a child molester or an informant, I would have sat there quietly because I had earned my way in there. But you're gonna give me life in the hole because you said I exercised with revolutionaries, because I wrote a letter that you say had revolutionary overtones, and that I had writings from Comrade George Jackson that deserved me the rest of my life in a hole because now I'm a threat to the institutional security. So we understood from the beginning it was all politics, bourgeois politics, reactionary politics. So we got together, and August 1st we dropped it. The coping mechanisms that I used in Pelican Bay were study and struggle, a constant repetition of study and struggle. And what I mean by that is not just reading, but study. Reading, consuming, meditating, thinking.
Once you get to that stage, then you begin to struggle around the issue, whether they're, how do we implement a socialist system? How do we bring back sister and brotherhood? How do we, formulate a people's army? These are issues that we have to implement as a consequence of our study and study. And so that was my particular coping mechanism. My thing was that I knew that they were trying to break me, and so that gave me a determination to not be broken. Long ago is get away from the usage of color, of color to describe and denote nationality. See, because what happens is when you start saying, I'm black, she's white, he's yellow, she's brown, she's red, you lose the identity of the people. And now, while these colors were necessary in the 60s to get away from things like Indian, Negro, Spick, nigger, wetback, while these words were necessary to get away from those colonial words, they weren't sufficient. So we see now today, and we have since the 80s actually, when we reformulated the whole ideal of this black thing, is that black is just a color. There is no continent called black. There were no black people before 1492. Black is a consequence of colonialism, period. And so what we try to do is get out of that colonial mentality by properly describing who we are and what we want. When we say we are a new African people, we're saying first and foremost that we are a nation unto ourselves inside the belly of the beast, separate and distinct with our own set of contradictions. And not only that, but when we say we're new African, we're saying we're not black, we're not American. We don't want to be American, nor do we necessarily want to be black. We'll use it interchangeably now to people who don't really understand, but we're trying to get away from that whole race thing, because there really are no races. And when you say you're black and she's white and he's red and she's brown, you're saying that there's a myriad of races on the planet, and that's not the case. The situation is this: race has been used to divide humanity. Real talk. And so if we say we're black and they're white and she's brown and he's yellow, we are going along with that false construct of race, when I can have mutual relations with her or any other female on this planet and produce a child. That means that we are of the same race, irregardless of what our nationality is, our customs, our culture, or our language, or our geographical location. We are the same race. We're humans. What we are, however, are broken down into nationalities with customs, cultures, linguistics, and so on and so forth. And that's the reality of us stressing new African, new African, new African nation. By saying you're a new African, you're saying I am and I have a right to a nationality. If you are a nationality, you consequently come from or should be trying to get a nation. Nationalities stem from nations. And so that's the whole thing about, we're trying to clarify our positions regarding this whole race thing. We're rejecting that whole thing about race and racism. Not saying it. See, the thing about racism is this: it's false and yet it's real. It's false because we know that we all can breed, procreate if we wish. And yet it's real because it'll get you killed in any corner of this country. We know that there are racists. We know that there are white supremacists. We know that there are black supremacists. Believe it or not, it is what it is. People get hung up on these colors and they start drifting off and not understanding that what you're doing is actually promoting your own oppression, because it was that division of humanity by the ruling classes of the Western world that created the subjugations. So that's our thing about this whole color thing. We're more than a color. We're a nationality, deserving the nation.
I come through. Anytime you want, I'm in the studio every day. I'm finishing my album. I'm doing a double album this Christmas called All Eyes on Me. Hey, man, I got the song with Dre. I got the song with Roger. I got the song with George Clinton. That shit is fat. Hey, I got Sister Soldier coming. If you come, nigga, we could do the bomb.
I'm telling you. Hey, check this out. I'm telling you, that shit you shot, man, So Many Tears.
Yeah.
Man, I burst out in tears when I heard that shit.
You like that shit?
Man, you shot that shit. I'm telling you, yesterday I was cleaning up the pad, and I was, me and my wife, right? And I was cleaning up the pad, and Lord Knows was on, right? And the last verse, that shit hit me and froze me, man.
That's the word, man.
Man, hey, homie, I love the shit out of you, man. You shot that shit. I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you.
You my player. I was telling you, it was this letter I was trying to send to you, man. When them dudes put out the pistols to me.
Man, who was that, man?
It was these fools from New York, this gang out there called A-Team. These fools was mad because I told them I wasn't fucking with them no more.
Man, them motherfuckers, I was mad as hell about that shit.
But when they pulled the pistols out, I swear on everything I love, first thing I thought about was reading in your book when you was talking about how you felt when them niggas drew down on you.
Ain't that cold?
Exactly how I felt. The setup, the shit she was talking about, how you just look up and the nigga be like, boom,
right there at you.
Everything was just like that.
When I was reading about the shit that happened to you, I was like, man, this shit is straight like parallel to me.
It's exactly
I'm telling you, can't nobody
bug me out.
Man, I'm telling you, we start shooting in December, man, and no later than January. And Propaganda's doing it, right?
Oh, that's good.
Propaganda's doing it with Polygram. And the shit is already, man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna plug you in, man. I'm telling you, can't nobody do this shit but you. We're gonna have that Shakur thing.
Alright, I'm gonna blow it up.
We're gonna have that Shakur thing.
Hey, I represent it for you.
I'm telling you.
All of New York. I got all those New York dudes who hate the West Coast screaming out your name.
Handling that shit.
I was passing your autobiography to niggas because they didn't understand the West Side.
I'm telling you, hey, I seen you on BET one time. It was you and John Singleton, right?
Yeah.
And you asked John Singleton, you read that book, Do or Die? And he said, have you read Eat to Live? And Watani was there too. Yeah. I've been following you, brother.
Yeah, man. Them niggas, John Singleton a coward, though.
Yeah, I also heard what you did to the Hughes brothers.
Yeah,
man. I read that article, that interview Dream did with you.
Yeah. Hughes brothers was cowards, too.
Yeah.
Man, I just been struggling out here. Looking for you, man. I need some help, man.
I'm telling you, I'm here, brother. Whatever I can do, man. I'm telling you straight up. I'm gonna plug you in.
Got to, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Pocky.
And I want to get this organization started with you. Only we could do it. Let me tell you the idea.
Right.
It's like we start like this youth league, right? Like football league, basketball, football, softball, for girls and boys. I'm gonna get all the rappers to adopt a team.
Right.
Each rapper have his own team. Coolio have his team, Tretch have his team, I have my team, and we play. And the rappers the ones that put the money up. We get the field, we play. Right. We have like the churches come out and sell food.
That's real.
We had the fathers and the uncles and all of the men in the community. They do security.
Right.
Get their respect back for the kids and everything. Then we had the FOI come out. We had the deacons from the church. They do security. And we just play football, baseball, get that community spirit going again.
I'm with it,
Then
man.
on the weekends, we have block parties.
All right.
And every rapper got to get up. Every rapper, nigga, if you got a record out, you got to get up for us. You got to come do a free show for the hood.
That's real.
And it's like a little tour. So we do that. We get all the communities back together. Now, I'm talking to Al Sharpton about this, some other motherfuckers with some power. And then when we do that, we register the voters. And if we can register them for Democrats, Republican, or Independent. Once we register the voters, we have power. Then we start going up to the mayors of these cities and telling them, look, we got this many voters in this city. We want you to do this. We want a community center. We start hitting up Nike for the free clothes, the computer stores for the free computers for each community center. And if they don't, then shit, that's how many people we have in those cities we can regulate. You know what I mean? If we telling the mayor, nigga, if you don't do this, then we ain't gonna do this. If we telling them we can clean up the streets, I'm gonna have all these tough ass supposed to be gangster rappers. We're gonna all get in the van. We're gonna travel. LA got to be the last place because it's going to be hardest. But we can do New Jersey, all of that. We're going to drive to all these drug areas, right? Imagine me, Redman, Tretch, Ice Cube, them type of niggas getting out, going up to the whoever's the main drug dealer on that block. Who runs shit? You know, if we get out of a van, be like, what's up, nigga? How y'all doing? What's up? Yo, who the nigga that runs shit? They going to take us to that nigga. We invite those niggas to dinner. Invite them niggas to some Jean Perignon, steak and lobster, and be like, look, player, we asking you, not telling you, we asking you as a player to a player, can you please give us a pass to have these streets clean from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Let that be for the kids. Let them niggas be safe during those times. No gunshots, no drug dealers. From 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., y'all can have the streets back. But let us get the streets from these times. Then we can get these politicians. I talked to Al Sharpton, and he said he can get the police to like chill out on those nighttime patrols if niggas can get the streets clean from 6 to 11.
Hey, and you know what else too though? When I talk to you face to face, I'm gonna drop some shit on you, right? Some other stuff too, right? But yeah, that's that, man. You know, I'm with all that, right? And you know, that's my type of work.
Yeah, we need power, man.
I'm telling you, hey, dig it, man. You know, hey, I'm telling you. We got power, man.
Yeah, we need power. Power is numbers, and it's like we rappers, man. While we don't have, we got the juice. We just ain't doing nothing with it
because it ain't collectivized. I tell you what. Did you see them cats in Chicago? I think they was GDs. They put people in the street.
I know they be looking out for me when I come out there.
And they be running. They be running people on the ticket like for council.
I know they got them. This dude, what's his name? Some nigga they just had out there, but he lost.
Yeah, Gator.
He came close. Gator, yeah. He came close though.
Yeah, them some good cats too, man.
I went out there, they be looking out for me, but they be gang. So like the one set want me to be down with them, and the Blackstones want me to be with them, and GDs be with them. But yeah, I had to run it with them in Milwaukee because that was when that little kid died, Yummy Sandiford.
Yeah, I heard you send a shout out to him.
Yeah, I had to do the show that next day after they just killed that kid. Yeah. Because you heard what happened, right?
Yeah, they executed him.
Right, they executed him, and I was out there when I did the show. The gang was in the fucking audience. The whole gang had like bought out the stadium.
Damn.
So I'm rapping to the niggas that just killed this little kid, and they all screaming out "Thug Life," and I felt bad. Like, wait a minute, they got it twisted.
Yeah.
So I started cursing them niggas out, like y'all niggas cowards. Y'all niggas cowards. Y'all killed that kid. Y'all niggas is punks, man. I hate all you niggas. I heard all you. Them niggas start throwing shit. We had to out in the stadium.
Damn.
It was tough, man. The whole gang tore up the whole neighborhood. But then I started getting letters from that area where all like the mothers, the girls was writing me like, thank you for doing that because everybody's scared of these niggas. See, that's what I want to do.
That's right.
I want to, if these gang niggas ain't going to get straight, then I want to take them out the gang.
That's real.
Because if they don't, it's making trouble on us.
Yeah, because if you ain't part of the solution, then you part of the problem.
No doubt.
Therefore, you gonna be trying to whack us anyway.
No doubt.
See what I'm saying? So shit, you know, business as usual.
That's how I feel.
But just for the forces of good, man. You know, I'm with all that, Pac. You know, anytime, anything I can do, brother. You know, that's what I'm about, man. I've always been less of a talker, more of a doer.
Sounds good.
And you know, I mean, you know, that's just my style, man.
Yeah, no doubt. You talk to Bone?
Yeah, in fact, me and Bone...
He finna do something, too.
Yeah, Bone is doing... When they shoot the movie, Bone's doing a documentary called The Making of Monster, right?
Oh, he is?
Yeah, and he's also doing another documentary, man, about
gangbang.
Yeah, about street organizations.
Yeah.
Some old footage from the Panthers and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, the shit is fat, man. How's Mom's doing?
She doing good. We just had a show in Vegas.
Did she?
We had a big-ass show in Vegas, me and the dog, because I'm on death row now.
Yeah, hey, man, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
You happy over there?
Yes, all right, so far. So, let me tell you. Hold on one second.
All right. Hello? Yeah.
Sorry, that was my lawyer and shit.
Yeah. Hey, what's up with the case, though?
Shit, it's going crazy now. Damn, hold on 1 second, please.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo. You know I had the police case.
Yeah, and now, I heard they wanted you to compensate them?
They tried to sue me.
What?
These fools shot at me.
And you defended yourself?
And they tried to sue me. And white people was crazy, because if this was anybody else, they'd get that nigga a ticket tape parade.
Straight up.
Unarmed man. 2 motherfuckers. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
So they suing me. I got this girl who lied about the rape shit.
You smoking weed right now, huh?
Huh?
You smoking weed right now?
Nah, cigarette.
Oh.
I will be focusing with my homeboy finna come over here right now. But the girl that did this rape shit, she hooked up with the niggas that shot me.
Oh, is that right?
It's all connected. It was a big plan. I just caught it like at the end, and that's why they shot me.
Man, hey man, you gotta stay up, man. When you step through that way, man, you gotta be on point.
I ain't going through there no more. If I do, I'm going with 100 motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'll be one of them.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because man, we can't be having you not here. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's what killed me, but you know what? You know what it was? Here's my problem. Just like I'm feeling you what you saying. I always, because of where my mom raised me, the way the movement is, they fucked my head up in the way. See, like you could be movement orientated, but you got the gangbang shit first in your mind.
Right.
My shit, the gangbang shit comes second to me.
Right.
And now I'm trying to make it come first, because that movement shit will fuck you up. Movement shit got me loving every brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And therefore, you let everybody get next to you,
right.
And everybody got a chance to whack you.
I'm there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nigga need money, a job, I'm with you. Niggas come up to me with guns on. Niggas be hugging me with techs on. You know what I mean?
Dig this though. You know what? The thing is, man, we got to be individuals too inside the movement and whatever we're involved in, right? For instance, we got to be able to differentiate between cats that are firm and cats that ain't firm. And sometimes it takes some time of a test, right? You know, but when we talk about, for instance, me, man, you know, I am who I am. I survived through what I survived through by being intelligent, by not allowing cats to outsmart me, put me in precarious position where I can get whacked, right? So I choose my friends very, very carefully. And I understand that there's layers and layers of friends, you see? There's some I hold close to the body, man, like a vest, and there's others I hold at arm's distance, and some I just look at, and some I don't even fuck with, right? But the circle is small, but the ones that are in there, I believe are trustworthy, right? For instance, you and I have been primarily through the same shit, man, our lives.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And we're like 10 years apart, almost. So it's like, you and I share a almost common destiny. You know, what you grew up in is what I came around to. You see what I'm saying? Like you pointed out that the banging shit was first with me, and then the movement. With you, the movement was first, and then the banging came second.
Yes, that's the ill shit.
I'm getting around to where you grew up at.
And I'm getting around to where you grew up at.
You see, so who else better, you see, who can get along than you and I?
No doubt.
And watch each other's back. Because
No
you
doubt.
want it, I want it.
No doubt.
But together, but you know what I mean? You know, you man, you got the courage of a gunfighter. When I read that shit, what happened when Dream Hampton wrote that piece, down there with the pigs, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it's my boy, man.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's another problem. I'm helping another nigga. Nigga, I don't even know. Nigga in the middle of the street getting beat up. I'm helping him. He run off and don't even help me.
Yeah. That's fucked up, man.
These niggas that shot me, like, when the white cats pulled the gun on me, I was prepared. You know what I mean? I can react. When a nigga pulled the gun on me, I like froze up, like, oh shit, a nigga gonna kill me?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, you know what we should do, Pop? I'm telling you, me and you should sit down, right? And we should do a book on you, man.
Yeah?
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna try to do that.
Check it out, man. A straight up autobiography or something like that, based on your life, like Malcolm had sat down with Alex Haley. I'm telling you, man, because the shit that you've been through and I've been through, just like my book, man, I had to document that shit.
Hey, your book is On everything, homie. I'm not just saying this. Your shit is a classic.
I'm telling you.
Yo, it's niggas, and when I was up in that jailhouse, niggas who hated West Side, they don't like nothing. They was loving you. I had motherfuckers speechless. They was reading, niggas that can't read was reading your shit in one day.
Yeah.
Nobody could put that shit down.
But I'm telling you, hey, but yours would be just as explosive. And I'm telling you, brother, I guarantee you, before we even get through with the book, Hollywood will be on our job.
You know,
I'm telling you, man.
They already want me to do something.
I'm telling you.
I've been holding them back because I can't get the right one. I asked like Maya Angelou to help me write an autobiography. She was like, okay,
man,
but it's a time thing.
You know what you need? And also, too, you know what you need? Somebody to write it from our level.
Yeah.
To kick the slang, to have this shit right. Maya Angelou might put some perfect English in that motherfucker.
And it ain't gonna come out right.
You know, you and I, we gonna kick the language we kick.
That shit gotta be like your shit.
I'm telling you.
Hey, but you know what you gotta put me hip to?
What?
Overstand.
I'm telling you.
Put me hip to overstand,
okay,
man.
dig it. This is the thing. All right.
Lil Monster tried to do it one time, but I ain't catch it.
Okay, dig it. The word understand, it's a play on one's person, right? For instance, understand, to stand under, to be below, to be demeaned. And so when you're under anything, it's hard for you to get a whole view of what's going on above ground. So when you're under, you have a disadvantage. So, or especially when you're standing under someone or under anything, you can't comprehend it, you can't feel it, you can't vibe with it. So I created the word overstand, to get up over that shit. To get a vantage point where you're looking down on some shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a helicopter got a vantage point over us when we have to get in the street and break.
Right.
They can see us better than the pig call at our level.
So like that.
The helicopter has an overstanding of us to a great degree. See what I'm saying? So what we have to do, and words control people, man. I'm telling you, when you think, when you speak positive, you think positive. So all the time, I be trying to overstand shit, get a full comprehension.
That's right.
You feel me?
That's right.
So yeah, that's where that came from. That concept came from.
Man, I'm so happy you about that shit, man.
Man, they had me on A. They had me like Pops. They had me like Pops.
I know they had
I'm telling you, me and Pop was like, because when they had Matulu over at Marion, right? You know, we were getting our correspondence on, and he sent me the thug code. You know, of course I endorsed it, right? Then next thing I know, I got a clipping on prisoners of war, and they had sent him over thorns. So then we had to do a whole other trip with the mail, right? And then I just heard that Chin had drowned it, but he's well now.
All right now.
He's not well now, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. He was on respiratory.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm in jail too. They telling me this shit.
Yeah.
But the shit that's fucked up is like when Matulu, like me and him used to talk all the time. When I first came to LA, he was like my eyes and ears. I told him everything. Then I think them crackers got a hit that day. He was like, we was talking every day.
Yeah.
And they just killed that shit. I haven't talked to him in like a year, more than that.
Well, still, they, you know, of course, you got legacy movement problems with the pigs. They can't stand to see you, brother, because you of the bloodline.
You ain't lying.
You got them deep roots.
They's calling me. Hold on, one more time. Hello?
Yeah.
But man, they was calling, man, shit that I couldn't even read your shit, like how you be saying when you was up in there, niggas like hitting a nigga in the nuts and all that shit.
Yeah.
You ain't lying. I get up there, these motherfuckers calling me nigga, and I'm bugging out. I never had no white people calling me a nigga and nothing happened. And in this jail I was at, you get 7 years if you touch the police no matter what. What? 7 years no matter what. Because I was in maximum security.
At Dannemora, huh?
And Dannemora. Yeah. Then they had me in a special program, like a federal program they got called APPU, Advanced Placement, something.
Yeah.
Where it's all like notorious motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I'm up in there with niggas with 80. Damn, one more time. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm up in there with niggas with 80 years, 60 years, and I'm doing 1.5 to 4.5.
Yeah.
And I'm knowing my life in danger. These niggas ain't never getting out.
Yeah, I seen Moms on Teen Summit. She was explaining that, right? That they had you in the maximum security prison.
Yeah.
And I was like,
locked down 23 hours a day.
That's how they had me.
Before I even broke a rule.
And that's heavy. They didn't even give you the opportunity to break one.
They was like, it's for my own protection, because I wouldn't sign into PC.
Oh, fuck that.
So they
shit.
got mad, right? Because he was telling me, you're going to die in here, you're going to die in here. I said, well, I'm going to just have to die. I'm not signing no PC. He's like, well, we're going to put you in IPC. That's involuntary protective custody.
Right.
So I'm fighting. I'm getting lawyers to fight me to get out of IPC to get me in population. Because they put me in population the first day I got there, right? And
Was it cool?
Huh? Hell yeah. Even though I'm on the other side, I'm with all enemies. These niggas hate me because I'm throwing up West Side. I'm banging on the East Coast. I'm screaming West Side, nigga. Any team, everything. So when I get there, the pigs didn't give me no toiletries. You know when you come there, you get that cot and don't be nothing else. They made me it was a bloody cot, blood all on the cot, no nothing. They left me in population for like 2 hours. In 2 hours, I had everything I needed. Niggas brought me toothpaste, toothbrushes, banger. Niggas was bringing me knives, weed, heroin, cocaine, everything I wanted. I was like, nah, I'm cool, homie. I don't need that. I gave niggas the bangers back. I didn't want no bangers. They weren't about to set me up for nothing. There was 3 murders there while I was there.
Damn, I bet shit was jumping up. You was like, damn.
We had the highest level of murders in New York State. Niggas was getting murdered, man. Niggas with the same time I was having.
Down the Moore, huh?
Yep, they crazy up there.
It was popping.
Crazy up there. Riot,
you know
they had riot.
They been hooking you up on the videos. Were you happy with your videos?
Yeah, no doubt. I wanted just to keep my face out there.
Yeah, they shot that shit.
Yeah, we finna shoot another video this Wednesday.
That's cool, man.
Me and Dre finna do this shit called California Love with Roger.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be the bomb, man. Give it up for California, man.
Yeah, I'll be glad to see you back out there too, man.
Oh, I got to take it all back, man. I won't be happy till I do it, because they got to be sorry for what they did.
I'm telling you, hey, I'm with you, man.
We got to.
Hey, but check it out. I want to come down and see you.